Freddie Mercury born. Farrokh Bulsara on September 5, 1946. In the British Protectorate of Zanzibar, now part of Tanzania, grew up in a Parsi family. His parents, Bomi and Bulsara, were from the Gujarati region of British India. Mercury spent much of his childhood in India, where he attended St. Peter's School, a British-style boarding school near Bombay, now Mumbai. It was here that he began to develop his musical talents, learning to play the piano and participating in his first band, the Hectics. In 1964, during the Zanzibar Revolution, Mercury and his family fled to England, settling in Feltham, Middlesex. He continued his education at Isleworth Polytechnic, now West Thames College, and later attended Ealing Art College, where he studied graphic design. His time at Ealing was pivotal, as it was here that he met many musicians who would influence his future career. Formation of Queen. In 1970, Mercury joined guitarist Brian May and drummer Roger Taylor, who were in a band called Smile. He convinced them to change the band's name to Queen and to adopt a more theatrical and experimental style. Bassist John Deacon joined in 1971, completing the classic lineup. Mercury designed the band's logo, a crest combining the zodiac signs of the four members, which reflected his artistic skills. Queen's self-titled debut album was released in 1973, but it was their third album, Sheer Heart Attack, in 1974, and their fourth, A Night at the Opera, in 1975, that catapulted them to international fame. A Night at the Opera featured Bohemian Rhapsody, a complex genre-defying song that became a massive hit. The song's innovative music video is often credited with helping to popularize the medium. Throughout the late 1970s and 1980s, Queen released a series of successful albums, including News of the World in 1977, The Game in 1980, and A Kind of Magic in 1986. Mercury's powerful voice, charismatic stage presence, and flamboyant costumes made him one of rock's most iconic frontmen. Songs like We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions, Another One Bites the Dust, and Radio GAGA became anthems. In addition to his work with Queen, Mercury pursued a solo career. He released Mr. Bad Guy in 1985, showcasing his versatility as a songwriter and performer. In 1988, he collaborated with Spanish opera singer Montserrat Cabal on the album Barcelona, blending rock and opera in a unique and successful partnership. Mercury's personal life was often the subject of media scrutiny. He had a long-term relationship with Mary Austin, whom he met in the early 1970s. Although their romantic relationship ended, they remained close friends, and Mercury left much of his estate to her. He later had relationships with men, including Jim Hutton, who was with him until his death. In 1987, Mercury was diagnosed with AIDS, but he kept his condition private for several years. Despite his illness, he continued to work with Queen, recording as much material as possible. On November 23, 1991, Mercury publicly announced that he had AIDS. He died the next day, November 24, 1991, at his home in Kensington, London, from bronchopneumonia, a complication of AIDS. He was 45 years old. Freddie Mercury's impact on music and popular culture remains profound. He was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Queen in 2001. His powerful voice, theatrical stage presence, and genre-blending compositions have influenced countless artists across diverse genres. After Mercury's death, Queen's surviving members organized the Freddie Mercury tribute concert for AIDS awareness, held at Wembley Stadium. In April 1992, the concert featured numerous famous artists and raised funds for AIDS research. In 1995, Queen released Made in Heaven, an album featuring previously recorded Mercury vocals and new material from May, Taylor, and Deacon. This album was seen as a farewell to their frontman. Queen ceased recording new material as a band for several years, but continued to perform. They collaborated with several artists over the years. Queen performed and recorded with Paul Rodgers, formerly of Free and Bad Company. This collaboration resulted in a successful tour and the album The Cosmos Rocks in 2008. Queen and Adam Lambert, 2011 present. In 2011, Queen began performing with Adam Lambert, the American Idol finalist. This collaboration has been well received, leading to multiple successful tours worldwide and solidifying Queen's ongoing presence in the music world. Queen's music has continued to be celebrated, and their influence remains significant. The 2018 film Bohemian Rhapsody, starring Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, was a critical and commercial success, winning several awards and reigniting interest in Queen's music. Queen and Adam Lambert have continued to tour, bringing Queen's music to new generations of fans. Queen's songs remain popular and are frequently used in various media, including commercials, films, and television shows. Their influence can be seen in numerous contemporary artists across different genres. The enduring popularity of Queen's music, combined with the larger-than-life persona of Freddie Mercury, ensures that both he and the band remain iconic figures in the history of rock music.